waiting for that confirmation here. Just want to see my pretty face on my computer screen, and that way I know everything is all right. Let me load up the chat there. Ooh, the chat looks all weird. Why does the chat look weird? Oh, did I not set that up properly? Let's go and do that so people in the chat can be heard and listened to. All I got to do is head over to YouTube and grab that link, and then we're going to be starting the show in like 10 seconds, folks. Like, not long from now at all, okay? Maybe 15 seconds. Let's say 10 seconds from now, we're going to be starting the show. So hang in there, just grabbing this link so that, oh, let me mute that. Grab this link so that we can have a fun time here. All right, Peter. Live chat. Okay, maybe 10 seconds from now, all right? Pop that out, grab that link. And we close this window so that everything goes fast again. All right, here we go. Let's go check out this chat here and change the link so we can get you guys in the show. All righty, that's done. Back over to the main thing. Here we are now. And there we go. So now we test out this little chat. We should see something pop up on the screen. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna ready for the chat. You're good, Samantha Barty says. I'm good. Thank you so much, Samantha. All right. This is the wrong thing. This is the wrong thing. Got math up again. All right, folks, we're going to have a fun show here tonight. It's Friday. Now, all I got to do is spell now properly and not mess up, and then we can start the show. Come on, Peter. You know, I set the show up, and I had all the time, and I was like, I'm going to be ready. I'm taking my sweet time, and then here we go. Find out there's all a bunch of things that I didn't get ready. You know, I talk about thinking ahead, thinking about the future. I should think a little bit closer to now. I think a bit closer to the present. Maybe I have an easier time. All right, that ain't so bad. It ain't so bad. Nightly. All right. Hi, Samantha. You guys ready to start the show? I think we're ready to start the show. Let's start the show. Hey there, my name is Peter Hartman. You're watching Bad Guru Nightly, and I am Bad Guru. This show is meant to serve as a reminder that your attention matters. You see, what we give our attention to becomes a greater part of our experience. We shape our reality with the power of our attention. So it's important to be deliberate. And I am so glad you decided to give me some of your attention here. Tonight, we'll be talking about what if Thanksgiving was about the future? Before we get into that, I got a question to ask you. But first, how was your day? How was your day? How did it go, huh? Today is Friday. I want to say Friday. Peter, don't be weird. I want to say Friday. I believe it's Friday. All right, don't click around, Peter. You're causing your trouble. Yeah, it's Friday the 11th, October 11th. I knew it was Friday. Okay? I'm not weird. You're weird, all right? Why don't you know what day of the week it is, all right? To me, it's just another day to do more work, okay? I do Bad Guru Nightly every single night. So it's not like it's a weekday thing for me. I don't know what day it is all the time. I knew it was Friday. I just wasn't sure. Samantha's laughing in the chat there. So she's laughing at me. She knows I often forget the day of the week. I forget what month it is, all right? Okay, I didn't even know Thanksgiving was even happening until Samantha told me this a couple of hours ago. Stuck in the future, stuck in the past. How was your day? Samantha says, good day for her. How about you? Well, how about me? I had a pretty decent day, pretty fun day. Learned some new things, worked on some stuff. And now I'm doing the show, so it's a pretty fun day. Pretty good day for me. Looking forward to even more great days coming up ahead. Got a lot of things planned, a lot of things that I'm excited about. But how was your day? You know, Samantha Barley, her day was good. You know, how was your day? You let me know in the chat. So you sit down there and you think about it. A moment of reflection where you think back on your day. You ask yourself, how did my day go? How could it have gone better? And what can I do tomorrow to improve that day? The only thing better about today is tomorrow, huh? The only thing better than today is tomorrow. Tomorrow is fantastic. Let me just make sure I'm not getting. There we go. Tomorrow's fantastic, folks. And every single moment of every single day, you have the ability to make a choice, a decision that you are making. You're making it right now. You're making a decision right now. Am I going to do something that moves me forward or back? Am I going to go towards that which I care about, that which I value, that which I consider to be meaningful and purposeful to me? Am I going in the direction of my dreams, in the direction of whom I'm becoming, or not? Am I going away? Am I going the other direction? You got a choice to make, and you're making it right now. The thoughts that you think, the feelings that you hold, the behaviors that you have with your body, the food that you eat, how you sleep, everything that you're doing is promoting this enhanced version of yourself or not. You're doing it right now. Right now. What thought are you thinking right this second? You're thinking, I hope Bad Guru Nightly is very entertaining tonight, okay? Because I need a little bit of entertaining tonight, considering the day I had. I know some of you had some of you have bad days. Whether you're watching this in the present or in the future, you might have a bad day. I know. Listen, I know about bad days. But what are you going to do about it? You going to get mad? Or are you going to get even? Huh? Don't just get mad about your day and upset about your day. I mean, you can. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I do that. Sometimes, I'm sure I must. But then you think to yourself, oh, today lit a fire in me. It burned me. And I'm going to use that fire in order to motivate me, inspire me to do more, to go further. I want to be better, stronger, more capable, more able to deal with the woes of the trouble and the troubles of the world. The slings and arrows of the world. You know what I mean? You want to get stronger so you can deal with things better, so you have more resilience, so you have not resilience, but access to more resources, more ability to help yourself, help the people that you care about, help the world. I know some days are so bad, you're like, but that in you can be converted into something useful for yourself. And maybe you had a great day, a fantastic and outstanding day. Keep it going. Keep it going. What'd you do today? How did that happen? You know, it wasn't under your control. Was it under your influence? Can you make tomorrow still so good? Tomorrow's Saturday, right? And probably a lot of you got a long weekend coming up. Pretty sure Monday is Thanksgiving here in Canada. You guys don't have Thanksgiving yet in the United States. That's happening next month for you guys. So we'll see what that's like next month. But right now in Canada, we're dealing with Thanksgiving. And some of you might have a long weekend. Maybe you're lucky enough to have a long weekend. Maybe you have 4 days off. Maybe you have no days off. Maybe that's why you're upset. You're like, Thanksgiving? I work on Thanksgiving. Do you get paid time and a half? Can't remember how that works. Every single moment of every single day, you got to be able to make a choice. And you can make a choice right now. The thoughts that you're thinking, your commitment in your heart, a decision within your spirit, I'm going to move in the direction of who I want to be. You got a choice. And I think that the more you make that choice, the more you make the choice to create yourself, to allow yourself to become who you truly want to be, the more you have to be grateful for, the more thanksgiving you have in your heart. We're going to be talking about that on the show tonight. All right, let's see what's happening in the chat here. Samantha Barley's there, keeping me company. Thank you so much. All right, folks, let's get to the topic of the show. Before we go any further, let me remind you to hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you know when Bad Guru Nightly goes live or when I upload a video, okay? Subscribing to my channel is the best way you can support Bad Guru Nightly. One of the best ways you can support Bad Guru Nightly. There's probably other ways, but I really appreciate it. So thank you so much for subscribing to the channel and click that little bell so you get notified. And like this video. If you like this video, please feel free to hit like. If you dislike the video, man, smash that dislike button, man. It's all good, man. I love Getting dislikes is fine by me, man. Like or dislike, just engage with whatever is going on. Really appreciate it. And thank you to everybody who's been engaging with my videos so far. I do not take it lightly. I very much appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. Thanksgiving. What if Thanksgiving was about the future? What if Thanksgiving was about the future? Instead of the past? I was talking in the pre-show how my favorite subject in school was history. I really love history, but the only thing that I love more than history is the future. I obsess about the future. I'm always thinking about it. I had a conversation with a friend recently, and he said, I'm not really that interested in the future. He likes to think about the past. He likes to think about the present, and I totally get that. When it comes to Thanksgiving, we're kind of like put in a position to think about the past, right? Like, what is Thanksgiving? Thanksgiving is a celebration of. I'm reducing it down to its essence, okay? I know all you history buffs out there are going to know more about this than I do, or you're going to think this is a radical oversimplification. But I think for most people today, Thanksgiving is about being thankful for the past, the past year, right? It used to be that Thanksgiving was appreciation of the harvest, right? You get your harvest up, the winter's coming, you're thankful for the food that you got, you're thankful for the resources and that are going to sustain you. So Thanksgiving is a celebration for the harvest, right? And it's a being grateful, being thankful for what you have. And I think for a lot of people today, Thanksgiving is about that. It's just like being grateful for your life, for the people you care about, for the earth that you live on, being thankful. And I think that's very important. And what is the value of being thankful of the past, right? I mean, there's obviously a value to Thanksgiving. There's a value to this behavior that we do, this celebration that we do. What is the value? Well, the value of being thankful for the past is that, one, it puts you in a position to recognize the value of what you have. Right? What you have came from all the things that came before it. And so you recognize the value. If you have a full belly, you're thankful because of that, because of all that came before. If you have a roof over your head, you're thankful for all the days that came before. Being thankful of the past gives you a recognition. It allows you to recognize the value of what you got. Value of what you have right now, right? What do you got, huh? Maybe you got some dust bunnies under your rug, huh? Dust bunnies, those little balls of dust. You're like, oh my God, who can be thankful for dust bunnies? Well, you can be thankful for the carpet that sits on top of them, for the couch that hides them. What do you got, huh? What do you got around you to be thankful for? Huh? What do you got in your life to be thankful for, huh? You living in Canada? That's pretty good. If you're living in the Western world, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. If you can walk, talk, see, hear, that's pretty good, pretty good. What you got? What's the value of what you have? So recognizing the value of what you have is really important. But it also encourages us to repeat behaviors that sustained us, behaviors that were helpful. So you're thankful of, the workouts that you did. You're thankful for the healthy food that you ate. You're helpful for the kind words that you said. You're thankful for biting your tongue. You're thankful for the work that you did, the money you put in your bank account, You're not only recognizing the value of what you have, that encourages you to continue the behaviors that are keeping you the way you are, that's keeping you safe, that's keeping you healthy, that's keeping you good, the behaviors that you find valuable, right? So when you're thankful, you're like actually paying attention. That's what the show is all about, paying attention, right? And you're paying attention to your life in such a way where it puts into sharper contrast those things that were helpful and those things that were less helpful. So Thanksgiving is a great time. It's like a time that's carved out of the year, and you might even have time off. You get together with the people you care about, or even if you're just by yourself, and you look back, you reflect, a moment of reflection, just like we do on this show every single time. And you value what you have, and you encourage yourself to repeat or to put into practice those things that would be helpful to you in the future, because they work in the past. If they worked in the past, you want to keep those going, right? If they work for you, then of course you want to be thankful for them so that it encourages you to keep them going. When we're thankful for something, we're reinforcing that thing that we're looking at. All right, so Thanksgiving is about the past, right? We're giving thanks for what came before us this past year, for what has been done. But what about the future, folks? Right? What about the future. In the future, something to be thankful for as well? You think, well, how am I going to be thankful for the future? It hasn't happened yet. Well, let me ask you this question. Do you have a future? Probably do. Do you have a future? You probably do. You got that. And that future is influencing you right now, today. The concept of the future, the idea that you will continue, is influencing your behavior today. So you got something to be thankful for, right? The future, the thoughts, the visions, the ideas, the dreams, the desires you have relative to the future are influencing your now. So your future might not be here, but it's here in some sense, and it's influencing your present moment. That you have a future. And anything you have, you can appreciate. Anything you have, you can be thankful for. So what about Thanksgiving for the future? What about being thankful about the future of what hasn't occurred yet? When we think about the future and when we have good feelings about the future, we feel hope. Right? We feel a positive expectation. Worry is a negative expectation. Worry is a negative expectation about the future, and that fills us with stress, anxiety. We don't really prefer that. Hope, positive expectation of the future gives us hope. It gives us it motivates us. It inspires us, right? When we have hope for the future, when we believe good things are waiting for us, when we think that the future is going to be better than our past or better than our present, then it becomes something that draws us, that attracts us, that calls to us, right? The future is something that motivates us, that inspires us to be different or better versions of ourselves. So it's good. It's good to think about the future. It's good to be thankful about the future, even before it's occurred, right? I am thankful for going to the gym. I am thankful for eating better food. I am thankful for using less plastic. I'm thankful for being kind to others. I'm thankful for the home that I live in. When you're thankful for those things, you start treating those things in different ways, in better ways, right? When you value what you got and you got the future, then you start treating the future in different ways. You're motivated, inspired, and you want to look ahead. Look, the future shapes our behavior. And part of what I see in the world is that people don't really think much about the future. They don't really think much ahead. And so a lot of what they do in the present is a regurgitation of the past, which is fine. If you like regurgitation, it's just a recycling of the past, and recycling is all great, okay? But what about innovation? What about the new? What about iteration? What about improving things, right? We don't want to just do what came before. We want to look to the future and ask ourselves what could be, and allow that to shape our behavior today. Unless you like the way the world was, your life was, and the way it is, then fine, by all means, continue that. There ain't nothing wrong. You don't have to innovate or change or become anything different than what you are. There's no pressure to do that. There's no stress involved in that. But if you want to create something better, then thinking about the future is important. A little foresight, right? Foresight is a character trait of successful people. They have the ability to think ahead. And when you can think ahead, you can plan ahead, and you can plan accordingly, right? And you can improve your path forward and make yourself more efficient and effective. Some people, they don't like thinking about the future, right? Some people, they don't like thinking about the future, certainly not far into the future. You're like, it stresses me out. I don't know about the future. It's uncertain, so I don't like thinking about it. Or maybe you're like me and I just prefer thinking about the past. The future is boring. It hasn't really happened. So I like thinking about the past. The past is so rich and there's so much depth and there's so much still left to learn about the past, right? There's a wealth of resources that we haven't even tapped into, or that we haven't tapped into fully, right? There's so much value in the past. So there's people who don't like thinking about the future because either it's boring, it's uninteresting to them, it fills them with anxiety, right? When you have anxiety, when you have worry, negative expectations about the future, then you don't want to think about the future. You have kids today, young people today, who are thinking, because of global warming, because of the things that are happening in the world, hey, should I even have kids, right? What am I working for? What am I studying for? What is the world going to be like when I'm out of school? What is the world going to be like when I'm 5 years older, 10 years older? What am I working towards? And because a good amount of them are feeling pessimistic about the future, they're feeling down about the future, they're feeling worry and anxiety about the future, they stop their thinking and they put their thinking more on right now or more on the past, more on right now, more in the past. Just instant gratification, just finding pleasure in the moment, and not really thinking ahead, not having foresight. And you know what? It's not really human nature to think that far ahead. All right. There's a reason why so many people get to retirement age and don't have money for retirement. It's because human beings are not really designed to think that much into the future, right? You're designed to die at around 35 years old, all right? Okay. Maybe you're not designed to die at that age, but throughout history, human beings have died at around that age pretty consistently, you know? Yes, there was a time where human beings lived to be 70, 80, 90, 100 years old, and they were healthy as an ox. You know, they didn't have double fudge cake and trans fats. You know, okay. But mostly, you know, human beings died of cuts and diseases and war and all kinds of things, just dead, right? The advancement of technology has allowed us to survive a lot longer in far better conditions, but human beings used to die. And so you get to your teenage years and you feel like, oh my God, I know everything and I'm the greatest. And you get your 20s and you're like, oh my God, I'm at the pinnacle of success. I'm in my prime. And then the slow decline happens, and then you're supposed to kick the bucket, but you don't, right? Because that's not the way. And because you don't, look, you're supposed to. Not supposed to, but we did. And so it made it difficult for us to think about the future. What am I going to think about the future? The future is what? The next couple of years? Right? The future is just right now. The immortal young. Right? And then you're dead. The immortal young, and then you're gone. So it's not natural for human beings to think about the future. I totally get that. All right? There ain't no shame in it. And when you think about the future and you're worried and you feel anxious and you have negative expectations, it's not fun. It's not fun. I don't want to think about the future. I just want to think about right now. I just want to watch. I just want to binge watch Stranger Things. I was trying to think of a show. I just want to binge watch The Walking Dead and Stranger Things and not think about the future. All right, Peter? Bad girl? I totally get you. But thinking about future is important. Thinking about the future elucidates, it illuminates, it clarifies who we are becoming. Not only us as individuals, but us as a race of people, a humankind, a species. It's important to think ahead because we got to plan for it. And yes, there are a few people in our society who we delegate with the responsibility of thinking about the future, right? Government officials, entrepreneurs, we tell them, hey, it's your job to think about the future. And then the rest of us, we go, just want to think about now or the past, now or the past. Easier to understand now and the past. Less stress thinking about now and the past. The past has already happened. Not very stressful. Present, it's happening right now. Future, leave that for another time. But thinking about the future helps us shape the future. We are crafting our story right now. Part of the reason I love history, I talked about this in the pre-show, part of the reason I love history is that you have these stories, these narratives, right? It wasn't just facts about the past. It was a narrative about our becoming. But right now we are living in the future history. We're living in the narrative that we are shaping with our daily actions. And so I'm obsessed with shaping that story. I'm obsessed with crafting our future. Because the past we can't really change. And the present is happening right now. But the future is malleable, it's fluid, it can be reshaped, and we can decide that. That's why I am creating the largest audience of willful, deliberate creators, the Happy for a Change audience, people who are going to pay attention to ideas, to things that are happening right now that we want to amplify for the future, things that we can see would be good to have not only right now, but good for the future, creating the Happy for a Change audience. And you can be a part of that. We're already over 100, we're at 125. Last I checked, we're 125 members in the group. So you can join the Happy for a Change audience. Just head over to facebook.com/happyforachange. Click on the group that's there and bam, you're in the audience. and you can start shaping the future as well. It's fun. I want a holiday for the past. Yes, Thanksgiving is good, but I also want a holiday for the future. I want a day out of the year where you get off, where it's set out, where we decide, hey, this day we're thinking about the future Thanksgiving, where we're thinking ahead, where we're asking ourselves, what are we creating? Where we care to talk about, to celebrate, and to give thanks for those things that we expect to be in the future. I think if we give thanks for those things that we want in the future, we make it more likely that we engage with it now. Thank you, future, for a healthier population. Thank you for a population that lives longer. Thank you for a smarter, more engaged population. Thank you for children who are having a fun time. Thank you for an environment where the water is good to drink and the air is good to breathe. Thank you for humanity that's moved beyond into the stars. Thank you for humanity that has solved so many of the problems that we face today. Thank you for humanity that is done with war. Thank you for humanity that has found a new way for us to interact with each other. Thank you for the new technologies. Thank you, future. Thank you. A future Thanksgiving, folks. What do you think about that? Let's see what the chat's saying here. Heather Boardwire saying, just hopping on now, just got home from an art battle live painting competition. My, what? Art battle live painting competition. You guys better follow Heather Boyd Wire because she's always doing wonderful, interesting things. You know, you can find her everywhere: YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Really fantastic. We got Heather Boyd Wire here. We got Samantha Barley, self-discovery life coach extraordinaire. Heather's saying gratitude. I am grateful for Heather. I am grateful for Samantha. I am grateful for all of you who are watching this. I give you thanks. And I'm also thanking you for watching me in the future. Have I made it more likely? I thank you in advance. Thank you in advance. You guys are absolutely fantastic. Thank you so much for watching the show. I think that's where we're at. Remember to subscribe to the channel and to hit the bell so that you know when Bad Guru Nightly goes live. Heather just hopped on here. Heather just... okay, so I'll end with this. Since Heather just hopped on, I'll give you a little bit more. Heather Boyd Wright says TikTok. Samantha Barley says, thank you, Bad Guru. Oh, thank you, Samantha Barley, self-discovery life coach extraordinaire. I'll leave you guys with this. Thinking about the past provides us a fuller context of the human experience. Seeing your present provides you with a clearer context, a fuller context of the human experience. And thinking about the future also gives us an enhanced context. If you want the best context that you could possibly have over your experience and what it means to be a human being and what's happening on this planet, think about the past, think about the present, and think about the future. When you think about the future and how things could be, when you think about the past and you recognize all of the opportunities that we had that we failed at, all of the things that you could have done but that you didn't engage in, you or other people, you start learning from the mistakes and the pitfalls and from the past and standing on the shoulders of giants. When you look at what's happening right now, it gives you a context, an understanding of what you can do right now, what you can start engaging in, and how you can extrapolate for the future. And when you think about the future, you think about who you want to be, and it motivates you and inspires you and it moves you. Your brain is always predicting the future. Your brain is always predicting what's about to happen. But you can push that forward with foresight. And if your mind can see a future where you are so much more prosperous, where you're experiencing abundance, where humankind is experiencing abundance and a golden age, then I think it will motivate you and inspire you and make you feel better. I think it'll help you to sleep better at night when you have this positive expectation of the future. Hope! Hope, folks. All right, I think that's it for me. Heather Boardwire says she'll watch the replay. That's awesome. Thank you. Thank you, Samantha, for all you do. Yeah, you're dang right. Thank you, Samantha, for all she does. Samantha is very grateful for that. She says, oh, thanks, Heather. Thanks for all you do. So inspiring. You guys are both so inspiring. You You guys are absolutely fantastic. I didn't mean to click on that buffer there. That's not at all what I meant to do. Maybe I'll click on this button. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Remember to like it. If you like the video, if you like what's going on, share it with somebody else. Maybe, if it's a value to you, it'll be a value to them. You know what I learned? I learned this from Seth Godin, guru marketer extraordinaire. He says, if you have a product that's of value, a product or service that's of value, people go, oh, I don't want to market it, I don't want to share it, I don't want to do that because I don't want to bother anybody. If you have something that's of value, he says you have a duty to tell other people about it. You have a responsibility to share it with other people. If you think the thing that you're offering is good, the thing that you're doing is good, then you have a duty to share it to other people. So you got a duty to share this show. I'm just joking. If you think it's good, show it to somebody else. They'll think it's good too. My name is Peter Hartman. You're watching Bad Guru Nightly, and I am Bad Guru. Thanks so much for watching the show, folks. I'll see you in the future.